When a woman removes her garment, she also removes the respect that is hers. It is better to be envied than pitied. The ears of men are lesser agents of belief than their eyes. Civil strife is as much a greater evil than a concerted war effort as war itself is worse than peace. Men's fortunes are on a wheel, which in its turning suffers not the same man to prosper forever. Call no man happy before he dies. Great deeds are usually wrought at great risks. The Colchians, Ethiopians, and Egyptians have thick lips, broad nose, woolly hair, and they are burnt of skin. The gods loves to punish whatever is greater than the rest. The secret of success is that it is not the absence of failure, but the absence of envy. History is marked by alternating movements across the imaginary line that separates East from West in Eurasia. There is nothing more foolish, nothing more given to outrage than a useless mob. It is clear that not in one thing alone, but in many ways equality and freedom of speech are a good thing. A woman takes off her claim to respect along with her garments. A real friend exults in his friend's happiness, rejoices in all his joys, and is ready to afford him the best advice. Circumstances rule men, men do not rule circumstances. Chances rule men and not men chances. Whatever comes from God is impossible for a man to turn back. Men trust their ears less than their eyes. To think well and to consent to obey someone giving good advice are the same thing. Where wisdom is called for, force is of little use. Let there be nothing untried, for nothing happens by itself, but men obtain all things by trying. God does not suffer presumption in anyone but himself. Of all possessions, a friend is the most precious. If you have 2 loaves of bread, keep one to nourish the body, but sell the other to buy hyacinths for the soul. A man calumniated is doubly injured, first by him who utters the calumny, and then by him who believes it. Force has no place where there is need of skill. My men have become women, but the women men. When life is so burdensome, death has become a sought after refuge. The most hateful grief of all human griefs is to have knowledge of a truth, but no power over the event. Good masters generally have bad slaves, and bad slaves have good masters. The trials of living and the pangs of disease make even the short span of life too long. A man trusts his ears less than his eyes. We are less convinced by what we hear than by what we see. Before a man dies, hold back and call him not happy but lucky. Dreams in general take their rise from those incidents which have most occupied the thoughts during the day. I know that human happiness never remains long in the same place. Tell Greece that her spring has been taken out of her year. We have two useless gods who never leave our island, but like to dwell in it constantly, poverty and helplessness. A multitude of rulers is not a good thing. Let there be one ruler, one king. The hastening of any undertaking begets error, from which great losses are wont to come. The wooden wall alone should remain unconquered. Not snow, no, nor rain, nor heat, nor night keeps them from accomplishing their appointed courses with all speed. As the old saw says well, every end does not appear together with its beginning. The king's might is greater than human, and his arm is very long. The worst pain a man can have is to know much and be impotent to act. Remember that with her clothes a woman puts off her modesty. Egypt is the gift of the Nile. The worst part a man can suffer is to have insight into much and power over nothing. Many exceedingly rich men are unhappy, but many middling circumstances are fortunate. Illness strikes men when they are exposed to change. I am bound to tell what I am told, but not in every case to believe it. The sun will not shine on any country that has borders with ours. How much better a thing it is to be envied than to be pitied. In soft regions are born soft men. Historia, inquiry, so that the actions of a people will not fade with time. In peace children enter their parents, war violates the order of nature and causes parents to inter their children. Envy is so natural to humankind that it cannot but arise. If one is sufficiently lavish with time, everything possible happens. Haste in every business brings failures.